Today we're doing math page 213 and 214. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Today we're multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. And so what we're going to have to do here, we'll get started with 1a. We're going to have to take our mixed number. Remember, a mixed number is a whole number and a fraction together. We're going to have to make it improper. So we'll do the 1 times 2 plus 1. We'll do the 1 times 2 plus 1. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Over, and then we keep our denominator, 3 over 2. 3 over 2. Times, I'm just bringing this one down, 2 over 3. Let's cross cancel. What goes into 3 and 3? 3 does. 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 3 one time. What goes into 2 and 2? 2 does. 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 2 one time. Now we can multiply across. 1 times 1 is 1. And 1 times 1 is 1. So we get 1 over 1. Remember, any number over itself is, our final answer here, 1. B. Let's take our mixed number and make it improper. I'll bring down the 1/4. I'll bring down the multiplication symbol. And now I got to change our mixed number. 2 times 3 plus 2. So 2 times 3, that's 6, plus the 2, that's 8. So we have 8 over 3. All I did was I took our denominator and I moved it down there. Cross cancel. Nothing can be done with the 1 and 3, but something can be done with 4 and 8. 4 goes into both 4 and 8. So 4 goes into 4 one time, and 4 goes into 8 two times. And now we're ready to multiply across. 1 times the 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. And we have for an answer 2/3. C. Bring down the 2/9 times. I'm going to take this mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Bring down the 3 as our denominator. Now let's see if anything can be cross-canceled. Does anything go into 2 and 3 besides 1? No. Does anything go into 9 and 13? No, not besides 1. So we're ready to multiply across now. 2 times 13 gives us 26. 9 times 3 gives us 27. And that will be our answer. 26 over 27. D. I'll bring down the 3/8. Bring down the multiplication symbol. And I'll do 2 times 2 plus 1. It's 5 over, and keep my denominator as a 2. Again here, nothing can be cross-canceled, so we're going to multiply straight across. 3 times 5 is 15. 8 times 2 is 16. And our answer is 15/16. E. We've got to change our mixed number. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 3 more is 13. Bring the 5 down below. I'm bringing everything down now. 13 and 6, nothing cross cancels, but 5 and 5, 5 will go into both. 5 goes into 5 one time, 5 goes into 5 one time. And now we can multiply across. 13, 6. That's an improper fraction, so let's make it proper for our answer. 6 goes into 13 how many times? 2 times, with 1 left over. And we'll keep our 6 as our denominator. 2 and 1, 6. F. We'll bring down the 4/9 times 1 times 2 plus 1. That'll give us 3 over, and we'll keep our denominator as 2. 4 times 3 is 12. 9 times 2 is 18. I'm going to back up. I didn't cross cancel. And because of that, if I were to continue with this, well, 12 and 18, 6 goes into both. So I'd still have to reduce here. 6 goes into 12 2 times. 6 goes into 18 3 times. So I had to do extra work there. But let's see what would have happened if I would have remembered to cross cancel. 4 and 2, what goes into both of those? 2 does. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 goes into 2 1 time. 9 and 3, what goes into both of those? 3 does. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 3 1 times. Alright, and multiply across. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. And now we get the reduced answer. 2/3. G. Let's take our 5 and 1/5 and make it improper. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 1 more, 26. Over, we'll bring our 5 down, times 3/4. 26 times 3. Before I do that, let's see if anything will cross cancel. 2 will go into both 26 and 4. 2 goes into 26 13 times. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 13 times 3 will give us 39. 5 times 2 will give us 10. So we have an improper fraction. How many times will 10 go into 39? It goes in 3 times with 9 left over. Bring the 10 over. We get 3 and 9/10. H, bring down the 5 6. Multiply it by 3 times 3 is 9, plus the 1 more is 10 over 3. Nothing cross cancels with 5 and 3, but 6 and 10, 2 goes into both. 2 goes into 6 3 times, 2 goes into 10 5 times. And now we're ready to multiply across. 5 times 5 is 25. 3 times 3 is 9. That's improper. Let's make it proper. 9 goes into 25 2 times with 7 left over. And we'll bring our 9 over. 2 and 7/9. I. This here doesn't have a mixed number, so we can just get going on it. 4 and 6, 2 goes into both. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 5 and 5, 5 will go into both. 5 goes into 5 1 time. 5 goes into 5 1 time. Now let's multiply across. 2 times 1 is 2, and 1 times 3 is 3. We get an answer of 2/3. J, we did this before. When you have a whole number, just put a 1 underneath it. Now let's cross cancel the 12 and the 4. 4 goes into both. 4 goes into 12 3 times. 4 goes into 4 1 time. Now we're ready to multiply across. 3 times 3 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1. We get 9 over 1, which is the same as 9. Because 1 will go into 9 9 times. Okay. Nothing cross cancels, so we'll just multiply across. 2 times 5 is 10. 7 times 7 is 49. We get 10 over 49 as our answer. That can't be reduced. L. We need to put a 1 under our 12. Cross cancel. 8 and 12. What goes into those? 4 does. 4 goes into 8 2 times. 4 goes into 12 3 times. So now we're ready to multiply across. 5 times 3 is 15. 2 times 1 is 2. Now how many times will our 2 go into 15? Goes in 7 times with 1 left over. Bring the 2, and we get 7.5. Okay, we're looking at the story problem. It says Marlene bought a Sunday dress that cost $45. However, it was on sale for a third off the regular price. How much did she have to pay for the dress? First step is we got to figure out how much off it was, and then we'll be able to figure out how much she paid for it. To figure out how much off it was, you got to take the $45 and times it by the 1/3. So let's put a 1 under our 45, and now we're going to be able to do this. Okay, so what goes into 45 and 3? What goes into both of those? Nothing, so there's nothing that can be cross-canceled there. Actually, 3 does. 3 goes into both. 3 goes into 3 1 time. 3 goes into 45 15 times, and that will make this a lot easier. Then we do 15 times 1, and that gives us 15. 1 times 1 is 1, so what we have here is $15. Now this isn't the answer, this is just how much off of the price. If it's a third off, it's $15 off the $45. To figure out our answer now, we're going to have to subtract $15 from $45. So I'll make a little room here so we can do that. So $45 minus 15. And this will be our answer. 5 minus 5 is 0. 4 minus 1 is 3. So now we know that the dress is $30. Story problem B. Jim read a book that had XVII chapters in it. Remember, X is 10, V is 5, and then the 3 more. So you put those together, that'd be 18. It had 18 chapters in it. Heidi read a book that had XIX chapters in it. So that'd be 19 chapters in it. How many chapters did the 2 students read in all? So you got to add those 2 together to figure out your answer. Go ahead and look at the back side. I'm going to help you with a few of these. Remember, any number over itself is 1, so this would be like 9 over 9. That's the same as 1. For B, well, 4 equals 3. I'm going to put a 12 over here, and I'm going to explain it. 12 over 12 is 1, so what we have is 3 and 1, and that would equal 4. Because 3 and then the 12 over 12 is the same as 1, so that equals 4. 3 and 12 over 12. C, 8. 8 over 8 equals 1. E, 2 over 2 equals 1. Any number over itself equals 1. G, okay, 5 equals, I'll write it down and then I'll explain it, 4. Because you have 4 here. You have 6 over 6, which equals 1. We have our 5. It's the same as 4 and 1 here. Look at I, okay, 3 times what is 12? 3 times 4 is 12, so we need to do 2 times 4, 8. 7 times what is 56? 7 times 8, so 6 times 8 goes here, 48. 11 times 3 is 33, so 8 times 3, 24. 6 times 9 would be 54, so we got to do 5 times 9, 45. 5 times 12 is 60, so we need to do 2 times 12, which is 24. 7 times 3 is 21. 4 times 3, 12. Okay, you guys are going to do the rest on your own. To be able to help you with it, though, I wanted to show you guys something. We're going to talk about different grade levels. I'm not talking about grades, like your grades that you get in school. I'm talking about different grade levels. Like you start out and you're in preschool. This is when you're a little tiny kid. You know, preschool is usually the 3 and 4, sometimes 5-year-olds. And then they start in elementary, the next step. In elementary, you have kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, and at our school it ends at 5th grade. Some schools they end at 6th grade. And then intermediate, and that's the junior high, that would be, for our school, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. Now when the 8th graders, they either, oh, oops, no, this one's wrong here. Let me back up. This chart here we have elementary, and then intermediate would be kind of your upper elementary grades that we have at our school. But middle school, that would be our junior high. And that would be 6th, 7th, and 8th. Then after 8th grade, student goes to high school. Now high school is kind of cool because you have different names for your classes. Like before we've always had 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade. But in high school, in 9th grade, that's when you have your freshmen. They're the 9th graders. And then in 10th grade, you're called sophomores. 11th grade, you're juniors. And then 12th grade is seniors. Now a lot of times people finish high school and then they decide to do their next thing. And here on this chart it's talking about transition. They might go out and get a job. It wouldn't be a well-paying job if you only have a high school degree usually. Or they go to college, which is usually the smartest move. So then college, you're moving up in those steps still, and you're going to go into 13th grade. They don't really call it that. You're starting college though, but sometimes I've had little kids ask me when I was going to college, oh, what grade are you in? And I said, well, I guess I'm 13th grade would be first year of college, or 14th grade would be the next year. So, and I want to show you the difference between if you go to high school and graduate and then go try to get a job versus if you go to high school and then go to college and then try to get a job. This is kind of interesting here. This chart shows, okay, let's say you didn't even finish high school. This is about what people made in 2004. Those who didn't even finish high school, let's say they dropped out of high school and they went out and looked for a job. They made about $19,000 a year. Well, if you at least get your high school diploma, on average, people are making $28,000 a year. Now, if you decide after high school, you're going to then go to college, instead of just going out and trying to get a job, and you finish 4 years of college, your average of what you're going to make is $51,000 a year. So it shows that it's really smart to go to college after high school. You can make a lot more money and maybe have things that you want, help out people who maybe don't have money, help out your family, and just be able to enjoy financial gifts that God can give you when you work hard and you go to college. And then even after college, you can go farther. You can go and get something called master's, or beyond that, a doctorate degree, and you can even make more money. And not only making a lot more money, but you can have a lot more knowledge and know a lot more things. College is pretty cool. I remember after high school, when you get to college, there's neat things about it. In college, I remember you could eat in class. Not all the classes, but a lot of classes, teachers are okay with you just eating during class time. And then I always thought that was really cool about college. Another thing, I remember you could take classes when you wanted. Like, you could take classes at night if you wanted to sleep in the day, or if you wanted to have Mondays off, you could take your classes on Tuesday, and you could kind of pick your own schedule. Where school now, I tell you what time you're in school and what time we're going to have math, but in college you kind of had choices with that. And then also I remember you could have classes with your friends. And that was kind of fun. You could pick the same classes and go with your friends if you wanted. So my advice to you is go to college. And go ahead and finish the rest of the math on your own, because you guys are very smart and know you can do it on your own. You are very smart, and you'll be even smarter if you go to college.